Before I wrap it all the way up, I'd like to extend a personal thank you to a local establishment known as Virgil's Barbecue. The left portion is the pork ribs, a brisket sitting on top, the hush puppies, mac and cheese, beans, ridiculous jalapeno cornbread muffins. People often say to me, well, enough that I would remark upon it, "Nick," they say, "where the hell did you come from? How did this occur that you're standing on the stage of the venerated town hall speaking to us?" And I answer them the same every time. I honestly have no fucking idea how this happened, but I'm very grateful. I'm minding my manners, and I'm reminded of some words of Thomas Jefferson, of course, who said, "I'm a great believer in luck, and I find that the harder I work, the more I have of it." So if we're going to talk about hard work, if we're going to talk about luck being the moment when opportunity meets with preparation, I can't do that without immediately thinking of my mom and dad, Rick and Kathy Offerman, two of the finest Americans you will ever hope to countenance. They did this. I don't know that they particularly meant to do this, but by God, they did it. They have been incredible teachers to me in my life. I'm interminably in their debt, and they're followed closely by the ridiculous stack of curves and comedy juggernaut that is my legal property, Megan Mullally. That's right. That's how I feel about that lady. Some of my most beautiful acreage. Read the paperwork. Shit is mine. Despite a life full of jackassery, I've managed to retain some of the choice lessons from these teachers of mine, and I thought I would pass them along to you in a show that I've entitled American Ham, My 10 Tips for a Prosperous Life. I'm not going to be testing you this evening on my 10 tips, but life will be giving you a pop quiz for the rest of your livelong days. So it might behoove you to mind your P's and Q's. End preface. Number 1, engage in romantic love. I don't know what I did to get so goddamn lucky to land the wife that I did, but I'm what the literati have often referred to as a lucky son of a bitch. But I can tell you that I intend to keep this sweet gig that I found myself, and one of the ways I do it is by indulging in romanticism. I'm a sap. My whole life I've been a romantic. I used to be made fun of in school, and I learned later that it was because the people making fun of me were not getting any. I knew, even in school, you know. "Oh, you guys kissing in the hallway?" Yes. That's because I can't get a blowjob in the hallway. How's football going, bro? That's what's up. I realized one day I was driving to work, we had been dating, and I realized I was going to marry her. And I was pissed off because I would have liked to have been consulted in the matter. But I was not. We're very lucky, Megan and I. We have figured out how to stay together in a business that's really hard to stay together in. As a couple of Hollywood hotshots, people expect us to be skipping down to the Whiskey A Go-Go with the Sheen family and eating bath salts or whatever they're eating now to see shit weird. But we do not. Every time Emilio calls me, I demur. Not tonight, bro. You guys have fun. We stay home. We're boring. That's a key. It really is. We're homebodies. We love to stay in and read books and play cards and do puzzles. We watch HGTV. We do a shitload of cocaine, and then we mainly focus on puzzling. Honey, give me the fucking sky pieces! Fucking love puzzles. There's something so soothing about a field of cerulean blue when I'm using amphetamines. We make our marriage a priority. That's key. If you want a healthy marriage, it's like raising a shrub. You have to make it a priority. You have to water it and fertilize it and talk nice to it and caress it and nibble on its clitoris. With regularity. You gotta stick with it. It's a horticulture term. I don't know if we have a lot of green thumbs in the house tonight, but look it up. In our business, one of the things that can kill a relationship is success. Because one of you gets a sweet job in LA, one of you gets a great job in New York. You get the call, Peter Jackson wants you in New Zealand for 38 months for a role called Frodo Baggins. I turned that shit down. For love. I think that kid they got did a nice job. He was also very cute. I did, however, get to read for Gimli the Dwarf. I'm still trying to ferret the compliment out of that situation. My wife turned 50 a few years ago, which is a big birthday in a society that bases a lot of systems on the number 100. And I said, honey, this is a big birthday. Do you want something special, a bauble of some sort? And she said, no, just make me one of your cards. By the way, if you're in a relationship, make your significant other a fucking card, please. I always make cards for Megan. I make her lots of gifts as well. Every time I'm doing it around my friends or coworkers, they always say the same thing. Oh, thanks a lot, man. You make us look so bad. Every time you make a card, my wife points it out to me, and I say, let me tell you something, Rob Lowe. I'm gonna tell you right to your face, you turn those blugels on anybody and you don't have to do shit. Please just keep looking at me.